Yo, what's going on everyone? So currently the artwork is 100% guaranteed every time you run the Diamond Casino Heist this week in GTA 5 Online, and in today's video I will be showing you the best and fastest way to complete this heist. After you watch this guide, you'll be completing this heist in under 15 minutes each time and without shooting a single bullet, since we will be doing the big con approach. So if you go on to enjoy my video, don't forget to drop a like on it for me, but now let's get into this amazing guide. Alright, so to get things started, the first thing you want to do is enter inside of your arcade, go downstairs to where the heist planning board is at, and click right on the D-pad to pay the $25,000 setup cost. From there, the first thing we need to do is the vault contents mission, because that lets us know what our main target is going to be during the actual finale of this heist. Which, like I said at the beginning of this video, every single time you launch the casino heist this week in GTA 5 Online, you are 100% guaranteed to get the artwork. Take a look, I just scoped out the artwork right now inside the vault, so once you scoped out the vault, we can now leave the casino and begin doing all of the prep missions. In order for us to see those prep missions, we first need to select the approach we are going to be doing for the Diamond Casino Heist, which in this specific guide, I will be showing you how to do the big con approach. I do also have a guide how to complete the silent and sneaky approach, so if you want to see that video, make sure you check the description. Anyway, once you chose your approach, come over to the right where the heist prep missions planning board is located at and click right on the D-pad. From here, we need to select our gunman, our driver, and hacker, which for the gunman, you want to choose the poorest option, also same thing for the driver. But for the hacker, you want to select the expert level hacker, which is Paige Harris. Once you chose all three of these support crew members, we can now begin doing all of the to-do missions and some of the optional missions, which we are only going to be doing a total of 8. Of course, all 6 of those to-do missions you have to do every single time, and we are also going to be doing 2 of the optional prep missions. First one is for the power drills that we could use to rob the safety deposit boxes inside the vault if we have enough time. And the second one is for the security passes, but make sure you do the security pass level 2 mission. Once you completed all 8 of these prep missions, we are now ready to do the finale. For this finale, you could do it with 1 friend like I am doing in this guide, or you could also do it with up to 3 friends if you wanted to. But for the heist settings, you want to put the entry disguise set to the group sex, the exit you want to set to the staff lobby, and then the buyer, of course, to the high level buyer. Once you have these exact settings, we are ready to start the heist. Just make sure you set the percentages of everyone that you have that is helping you, and then you could start it. Alright, so luckily we are doing the big con approach, so it is a very simple way to complete this heist with no problems whatsoever. Like I said at the beginning, we won't even be needing to shoot any single bullets. The first thing we need to do is deliver this group sex van over to the casino, which I recommend taking this little shortcut going through the Lost MC clubhouse. Once inside the casino, we can now start driving this group sex van all the way through to the loading bay, which once here you want to park it exactly as I do. Then hop out the van, come up here to the elevator entrance and click right on the D-pad to go down the elevator to the vault. Once downstairs inside the vault, you and your friend want to walk past all of these guards up to where the keypads are at, and each one of you go up to one of the keypads to click right on the D-pad. After, you both want to swipe your cards at the exact same time to open the door, and once it opens, you want to go all the way through this tunnel through the man trap all the way to the vault entrance. Once at the entrance, you'll be put through a cutscene of this guard opening the door, and you'll smack him. Once you smack him, you and your friend will now be inside this vault. Once inside here, we only have 3 minutes 30 seconds to loot the entire thing, so make sure you are moving very quickly, you and also everyone inside that is helping you. Same thing goes for when you are hacking all of the keypads. These ones you want to be very fast since they do take quite a bit of time if you aren't good. But don't worry, because if you don't know or aren't good at doing the fingerprint cloner hack, it is very simple, especially with this cheat sheet. Because take a look here, this is a cheat sheet showing you all of the different possibilities of fingerprints you could get for the fingerprint hack at the keypad, so you basically have all of the answers right here. You could save this picture to your phone to have it there, or also just save it to your computer however you want to, but once you have the picture saved, all you'll want to do during the heist to use this is basically take a look at what fingerprint you got during the hack, then find that exact same fingerprint on your cheat sheet to see exactly what answers you need to select. And yeah, eventually after doing this a few times, you won't even need to use this cheat sheet, you'll pretty much have all of them memorized. Anyway though, as I said, the only way you are going to be using those power drills is for the safety deposit boxes inside here, but that is only if you have enough time after looting all of the artwork. Usually you can only loot these safety deposit boxes with 3 friends, because if you have 2, you'll only have enough time to get the artwork, but with 3 friends you could have 2 of them go for the artwork and then 1 go for the safety deposit boxes. It's only going to get you a couple $100,000 extra with these safety deposit boxes at the very most though, so it's nothing really too crazy. Anyway though, once you finish looting the entire vault, make sure you leave around 10 seconds, that way you don't get caught inside the vault. I actually would recommend leaving with maybe 15 seconds left, that way you are just really safe, because in this case I left with only 8 seconds left. I honestly thought I was going to fail this heist, but somehow I got very lucky and left at the very last second. Anyway, once you robbed the entire vault and you are outside of it now, we can swipe our keycards at the exact same time to enter inside the man trap and make our way out of the casino. As you could see, we're leaving with $5,198,000, but we still have one more thing to rob, which is the daily safe. To do this, it is very simple. The first thing we need to do is go back over to how we entered inside here, but don't go through the elevator. You actually want to swipe your keycard right here and start going up these flights of stairs. Once all the way up these stairs, there will be one guard coming right here in front of you that you want to smack in the face just like so right here in front of the elevator. After you did that, you'll see 2 more guards inside the security room, which this can be a little bit tricky to do, but don't worry, I will show you exactly how to do it. So pretty much once that guard who is walking is facing backwards like he just was, that is when you want to have your friend smack him, but while he is doing that, you want to go here to the other guard and smack him at the exact same time as your friend smacks the other guard who is walking. If you did it correctly, you should have both smacked the guards at the exact same time to take them both out. After you did that, have your friend hold the button to open the secret vault. Once he opens it, we can now enter inside here and start stealing all of the cash inside this secret vault, which usually could be anywhere from $20,000 to $160,000 at the very most, so it is definitely worth robbing this vault before we leave. Take a look, I went from just under 5.2 million to now $5.37 million, and now we can finally exit the casino. To exit the casino, usually people like to use the exit disguises to literally walk out of here and walk in front of the guards, but there's also an easier way to do it by literally walking through the front door once the time is right. That's right, because take a look right here, I recommend having you and your friends stand exactly where we are and just wait until the guard is walking away and not facing towards the entrance, that way we can walk right behind him and straight out of the casino just like so. It's very easy, just make sure you are patient and also go at the perfect time, that way you don't get caught towards the end. But anyway, once at the exit of the casino, we can now start making our way towards the getaway vehicle, which we won't even be using the getaway vehicle since I recommend stealing one of these street cars on the street here in front of us. To do this, follow exactly where me and my friend are going. You don't have to smack this guard if you don't want to, but I always do it because why not? But once all the way here at the street, you now want to take out one of the NPCs in a vehicle. After you did, have you and all of your friends get inside this NPC's vehicle to start driving towards the police station in front of the casino, which is where the helicopter that we will be using is on top of. Which this is the fastest way to drive over there, so drive exactly where I am, and once over here you want to climb on top of these structures all the way to the top of the police station where the helicopter is located. During this portion of the mission, you might get shot a couple times, but don't worry, we only lost like a total of $40,000 from the beginning to the very end, which is not that much money. Usually you shouldn't get shot though, especially if you were very careful on your exit, but for some reason we got caught during our exit. I think it's because one of those SWAT officers saw us somehow. Anyway though, once at the very top of the police station, as I said, you'll see that police helicopter, which will either be an ambulance helicopter or a police helicopter. In this case, we got the police one, but once inside the helicopter, all we then need to do is simply fly this all the way over to the buyer, which is pretty far. Because of course we did select that high level buyer that gets us paid the most amount of money, but that high level buyer is also the farthest away. Which is no problem though, because we have this helicopter to get over there with no problems whatsoever. Just make sure on the way over there that you dodge all of the cops and also cop helicopters, that way you can lose the cops before you even get over to the buyer. As you saw, once we robbed the entire casino though, we left with $5.37 million and now we have $5.33 million, so we only lost around $40,000 from getting shot by the cops. Which is literally nothing. That $40,000 we could make back from one simple mission in GTA 5 Online. But anyway, once over at the buyer's destination, we can now finally finish this heist. Finishing it is as simple as flying your helicopter down to where the yellow checkpoint is at, and then you'll be put through a cutscene of them handing you your money. And take a look here, this is how much money you'll get paid with this week's double money and double RP bonus, with the artwork also guaranteed. As you can see, the potential take was 5.17 million, our actual take was $4 million, and I got 85%, which was $3.4 million. And we also complete the elite challenge, which was completing this in under 15 minutes and also having nobody get wasted, which got us an extra almost $100,000. So I walked away with $3.5 million after completing the Diamond Casino Heist with this week's amazing money bonus. And also 4,500 RP on top of that, which is also very good. But yeah, that is why I am making this guide, because this week's Diamond Casino Heist with the guaranteed artwork is literally so overpowered. And if you are wondering how much my friend got paid for only 15%, it's around $700,000, which is not bad whatsoever, especially considering he only helped me during the finale, not during any of the prep missions. Anyway, that is now going to be the end of today's video. You will officially know the best and fastest way to complete the entire Diamond Casino Heist in GTA 5 Online with the Big Con approach. This, out of all of the approaches, is definitely my favorite and also the easiest. That is why I love doing it, since it almost takes no effort. Anyway, if you went on to enjoy my video and you still haven't already, please do me a favor in return by going down below and dropping a like on the video before you click off. And of course, if you aren't, make sure you also hit that subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you never miss out on a future GTA 5 Online video just like this one from me. But with all of that being said, until next time, I will see you all in my very next video. Peace.